Hello, welcome back to the Motorbike Mechanic channel. I'm Steve. Previous video you'd have seen us do the ZXR750 H1 carburetors. On this video you'll see us complete the rest of the service and get the bike running. So stay tuned and we'll see you when we get there. Right folks, so here we are with the ZXR750 H1. In the first video you'd have seen us remove the airbox, remove the carbs, strip and clean the carbs, refit them. Haven't had the bike running yet because we need to carry out the rest of the service on this one. So first things first, we'll pull the airbox apart and put a new air filter in that one. Right, to get the airbox apart, what we've got to do is take this metal strap off. Use the same little tub that we put the grommets in. Okay, and then there is the air filter, just there. There we go, one little panel filter. So we'll get that replaced out. Okay, so brand new air filter. Same size. Oh, maybe it does. She's tight like a tiger. In you go, you beggar. There you go. There. And then that strap holds it all together. I don't know how old that K&N filter is, but looking at the state of it, I would suggest we don't clean that and reuse it. Right, air box back on the bike, back into place, and then we need our 8mm, our torch. And we can go through and we can do all of the bolts back up again. Okay, all done. Right, so now we just need to refit our rubber plugs, and then it should be all sorted. Yes. Right, airbox all back together again, all of our plugs back in, all sorted. So moving on to the spark plugs. Now, for some reason all of the spark plugs have been removed and they're loose on this bike, so don't know why. CR9E, that sounds about right. 4 brand new plugs. Nice and easy to get to, straight on the top of the motor. Okay, Right, that's all 4 of those replaced. Right, so we've done everything else. Oil and filter, we're not going to do until it's warm because it's just easier to get the old oil out when it's warm. We've got no indication from the current owner that there's been any fuel in the oil or anything like that, so it should be good. So all I want to do is just pull the bike over and just make sure we do have oil in the bike. Yeah, it's on the minimum, but there is oil in it, so we're good to start it up. So I'll get a supply tank sorted out and we'll go for a start. Right, so we've set up our fuel line up into this corner there. Battery's not the greatest on this bike, so we're going to set up our start pack, which should help it fire off. Just wait for that to kick in. There we go. And let's go for a start. Starts. Does it rev? It revs. Okay. It sounds terrible just listening to it right now, but it starts. Let's just grab a test meter. Just going to check to make sure it's charging, which it is, 14.7. That's great. Okay. Right. So what we'll do, we'll let it warm up. It's not even on choke at the minute. So if we pull the choke on, standard Kawasaki choke, goes through to the moon, revs to the moon. So what we'll do, we'll let it warm up for a minute or two, and then I'm going to start pulling off these the vacuum caps. We'll set up our vacuum gauges and we'll balance the carbs, because I can just tell from listening to it, it's not good. No. Don't stall. Yeah. Okay, pop round here. See on the gauges, carburetors are absolutely miles out of synchronisation. Not surprising, it doesn't sound right, it's backfiring every so often. So we'll leave it a few minutes, let it warm up, and then we'll come and try and sort that lot out. Right, so bike's warm. We want to get into this and get the balancing screws sorted out. So what we're going to do, torch, long screwdriver. So what we're going to do is we're going to balance between this carb and this carb, and we're going to check it on the gauges down here. So as you can see, I'm doing very small movements, and you can hear the bike changing quite a lot. Right, so if you come look at the gauges now, that's those two carburetors balanced. So now I'm going to do these two. So back up into the bike. So these two carburetors There's that screw just there. You can hear it popping and banging. That's totally normal. Right, back round again. And you can see those two are balanced. So now we're going to get those two to balance to these two. And that is the screw in the middle there. Now this is probably where you'll hear the biggest change. Hopefully. Oh, right. Not to be unexpected, what we need to do is just turn the ticket over up a little bit more. Right. Try again. Right, come around here again. Whilst we were trying to balance those two pairs, it's actually knocked the balance out on these two again, and those two are okay, but these two have knocked out. So again, I'm going to start on these two, then check these two, and then balance them two to them two. So there you go, that's the balance on those two. Oh, that's done. Difficult. There you go. Ooh. Listen to the bike, it's sounding a lot better. Right. That's looking a lot healthier. They're not absolutely perfect yet, but they're a lot better, and all of a sudden the tone of the bike's changed. So if we give it a rev, that's sounding a lot better. Right, let's just have a look at the balance. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Just got to get those two a little bit better. You can hear the engine rising and falling just because I'm pressing on those screws. I'm not actually turning anything, I'm just getting the screws right lined up. Very, very nearly there now. And we've got 3 out of 4, we're doing alright. Let's have another go with this pair. It's literally just a question of going backward and forward until they're all just about right. There we go. They're all just about on that 22 line now. That one's wavering up and down, but he's on that 22, just under on the 22. I'm happy with that. Right, that one's all balanced up, so we can get the tubes off the balance ports. Ugh. Get them all dropped down. Get our little caps wherever they were. There they are. Don't forget to put the caps back on again, because if you don't put the caps on, it ain't ever going to run right. There's one. There's two. Of course, everything now is really hot. Ow, 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 ow. Number 3 there. And then number 4. And then just to make sure, yeah, right, final start. Yep, ticking over nice. Coming back down onto 0. Cool, so no air leaks, it's not hanging in the revs, it's not coming down. That's all good. So we can put the gauges away and we can crack on and get the oil filter done on this one. So oil filter is nice and easy. It's at the bottom of the oil radiator here, and the oil drain plug is in the sump in there. It's right there. Now crack that off. Come on. Just needs a. Oh, he's done up. Oh, bloody hell, he was done up. Right, that'll do it. Everything's super hot because we've just been doing the carbs. There we go. That's the oil draining down. We will get this oil filter removed. Now these can be, on older bikes, a bit of a bugger, because all this bracketry starts to rust and the oil filter can start to move, like badly whilst you're trying to undo it. But this one is not bad at all. Ooh, hello, that slipped. There we go, right. Let's share the dripping. There we go. Nearly there. That's the one. Right. Oh, hello. Just noticed that on the floor. He doesn't want that in his tyre, does he? Throw that in there. Right. Oh, I'm just going to get covered in oil, aren't I? As usual, yes. Ow, 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 that's hot. Right. Just going to leave that for a second. Nice new high flow. HF303 in case you're wondering. Brand new. Make sure it's the same size, which it is. Good. Put the old one back in the box. And we can spin the brand new one on. Just make sure. Always check to make sure that the seal isn't on there. And that's grabbing, you can see the number there, number 4. Push that out of the way. And all we're going to do, we are not going to use that. We're just going to use brute force and spin it on back to number 4. Number 4. That'll do, mate. Right. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes, let the rest of the oil drip out of the engine, and then we can refit the sump plug with its brand new washer, and then we can fill it up with oil and we're done. All right. Oops. At least that exhaust cooled down now. That's nice. Right. Let's just grab a wrench and we'll give that a click. So oil, filter and sump plug done. So we need to get some oil back in the motor. And then we can go home. 3.7 litres it says on the engine case. Get a load of oil in it and see where we end up. We've just finished with that other can. Like I said, I don't know how much was in there. It was about 2.5 or something, 3 litres. We'll see. Have we got any oil in there? Oh, we've got a bit of oil in there. Yeah. But if you lean the bike right over, it comes up. So we haven't filled the oil filter yet. That'll do you. So how much was that? Oh, bang on half a litre. Look at that. Boo. Beautiful. So how much have we got in there now? Bike's on its balancing point just about there. And we're getting there. I reckon the rest of that 500. Yeah, I reckon the rest of that 500 could go in. Let's fire it up, let it run for 10 seconds and then see where we're at. Ah, I have disconnected the fuel. There should be enough in the carbs. There you go, there was enough in the carbs. Right, give that a moment, let it drain down, do a final oil check, and we'll call this one done. Right folks, that's this one all finished. We've just done a final check on the oil, just topped it up, so he's absolutely cock on. So yeah, we've done full service, full carb strip and clean, air filter, oil filter, spark plugs. We've gone around the bike as well for the customer because he's actually booked this in for an MOT, I think in the next couple of days. So we've just run through it front to back, made sure it's all good, checked the tyres, pumped the tyres up for him and everything like that. He's going to put all the bodywork back on, he's going to put the tank back on and everything else, so that's fine. So we're going to leave this one here. If you haven't seen part 1 where we strip the carbs down, Camera Lady will put a link in the description, so check that out. Thank you ever so much to the 7,500 subscribers now. Lots of love it. Fantastic. Blows my mind every time I look at that. Can't believe 7,500 of you keep coming back and watching these videos, but thank you very much. So yeah, remember to like, remember to comment, remember to subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next video.